All right, I'm just gonna do a quick check to see if I'm streaming okay. Okay, I think we are go. All right, so I just thought I'd do a quick little update. So Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, if you don't remember, he was in our first online candidate town hall back in September in 2017. He's running against incumbent Senator Elizabeth Warren for the U.S. Senate in Massachusetts. And he kind of came up a couple of times a day or two ago, and so I was just kind of checking up and see how things were going. And I noticed that back in November 11th, 2017, on bostonmagazine.com, there's it shows him as running for Senate as an independent. So he must have dropped out and withdrawn from the Republican Party. And this article kind of explains his take on as to why. And here's a quote from an interview. It says, Dr. Shiva says, "The reality is the Republicans in Massachusetts are irrelevant in their inclusion with the Democrats." Ayyadurai said in an interview, adding, "The way I look at the world is establishment versus change agents. The establishment is those who want to keep things the way they are. Change agents are people like me." And I thought that's pretty cool because it feels like if we want to get away from this two-party system or one-party system, I think it's great that someone actually chose to become an independent from either the Democratic or Republican Party. And it's when we did a town hall with him, I think most of us thought he was pretty independent, pretty progressive, definitely against Monsanto, things like that. You don't really hear that from a Republican, so it was quite interesting. And so I contacted him and his campaign supporters, and I'm going to try and see if I get another interview or a online town hall, and plus trying to give him more I guess visibility if that's possible. He did pretty good in 2017. They ended with 2.1 million in campaign contributions, and they're saying the contributions came from 1,200 different donors, which is pretty good. It's a good amount. I think they still have a lot more things that they need to worry about and handle. One thing, he will be making history if he does win, because no candidate U.S. senator from the state of Massachusetts has ever won that was an independent. They've been Republicans and Democrats, liberal Republicans, Whigs, Free Soils, and so on. So that would be pretty incredible. And if he actually keeps his promises on what he's saying he's for, then he'd be a great candidate in my opinion. But you've got a juggernaut in Elizabeth Warren. I think at the somewhere in 2017, at least by August or September, she had raised around $20 million, and so far she's got 14 million going into 2018. That's a lot, and it's from 9,200 individuals, and they were from Massachusetts, so that's quite a lot. there are other people, other candidates that are independent. There's one from the Libertarian Party, and I don't see anyone from the Green Party. So I will try to reach out with other candidates as well. You got Josh Devine, who is a Democratic candidate for Massachusetts U.S. in 2014. I mean, that's someone who dropped from the Democratic Party to independent, so that'd be another interesting situation, and just kind of ask why. Joshua Ford, who's a Middlesex County Deputy Sheriff, and Alan Waters, a perennial candidate. And so far, there's some older polling. We'll see how that looks, but I don't about the polling situation. Anyways, that's kind of my update for Dr. Shiva, and one of the Senates that seems to be I think he's pretty good candidate for the things he mentions. There are some issues, and that's why we have interviews and town halls. So second part of the news update is the Political Avenger. I came across her YouTube page and started watching one of her videos, and was pretty impressed. It was this one, the Women's March 2018 is a fraud, educate yourselves. So I watched the videos, I liked it, I tweeted or gabbed, I don't know if that's the term, and she responded, which is awesome. And so we kind of went back and forth through an email. She's okay with having a conversation, an interview or a group discussion. I think we're going to do a quick interview first, so we can just kind of pick our brain, ask the questions, and then that way everyone can kind of get introduced to her, and then she can come in and talk with everyone else who wants to talk. So that will be tomorrow. I think we're still kind of figuring out the timing situation. Anyways, that's that. I will play a little bit of a clip. Let's see what you guys think.
Hey everybody, it's January 20th, 2018. The time now is 7:22 p.m. Eastern Time. I was not going to make a video for a month because I was doing, I was actually going to do 30 days of silence, meaning no verbal communication, not expressing myself or communicating with anybody verbally. But after I saw the Women's March, I got to do a video. And I got to break my silence. I've spent 2 days without speaking, and I just can't deal. I can't deal with what I'm seeing. This goes out to all the fake feminists, all the fake liberals, all the fake people that stand there and say that they're marching for women's rights and equal rights. You guys are a bunch of frauds. All of you, every single one of you. You know why you're a bunch of frauds? It's because you are not really marching for women's rights, and you are not really marching for equal rights, okay? Because the signs that I saw was about misogyny and Trump, and then praising Muslims. Okay, let me show you what you should be protesting.
So definitely watch some of her videos, subscribe. Political Avenger. She's also on Gab and on Twitter. And I don't know, we'll have a great conversation tomorrow. So without further ado, I think James is gonna host a session, so I'll see you guys there. All right.